at the third social business collaboration in Berlin today. I'm here with Mrs. Giovanna Enea. She's Senior Product Manager at SAP in the Department of Enterprise Social Software. And we're going to have a quick chat about what her challenges are with respect to social collaboration, enterprise platforms, And I'm really glad she's here with me. Yes, maybe let us know what brings you here, a bit about your background.
Sure. So as you said, I'm at SAP. I'm a product manager for SAP Jam, our business collaboration product. And what I do is basically, as a product manager, I do two things. I listen a lot. I listen to our customers, the problems that they're trying to solve. We are basically taking that, creating our product that we're shipping on a quarterly basis. And then, I'm getting back into the conversation with the customer on how they can using that product to solve their specific business problem. That's what I do there.
Okay. So you basically led a very interesting case study today on the topic of the next phase of social collaboration that is in finding patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a bit more about that strategy and approach?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things we have been seeing is that social software has been a lot about sharing, connecting, but then there was always a little bit this challenge on, how do you prove the business value? Or, the question that I hear is like, okay, what's the business in social business? And so one of the things we've been seeing is that on the one hand, we have this social and collaborative world, where it's all about the human part of it. And then you have the structured transactional part, which is totally disconnected. And so what we're trying in our approach is actually bringing these two worlds together and finding patterns. So basically really taking the user at the center and think, okay, it's not what about the system, it's really the user at the center and think, what does that person needs to have to perform their job? And that's the idea behind how we design the software.
Okay. So when you try to engage people, what do you need so people understand to better engage and to actually, take it further and collaborate with customers, collaborate with employees, with all the different stakeholders? Is there a recipe, anything that you can share on that side?
So I think the one thing we have been finding that it's a mix between product and adoption process. So we have developed the adoption methodology, which helps actually to really, start with the customer problem first, understand what they want to see, and then see how, the software can actually address that problem. Sounds pretty trivial, but it's often not done. Often it's a very system-centric point of view. And so that's basically the steps. And we have a whole methodology that goes around that to really kind of solve these problems.
Yeah. So when we talk about approaches and hearing all the challenges that people are bringing up today, and a lot of times you hear the term value. You told me that value is one of the critical challenges because that's where we're headed. We need to find value and prove the value of collaboration. What's your approach in that respect?
Yeah, that's a good question. So when we look back, what we used to do in this, basically what I could call maybe the first wave of social was coming up with these metrics that were, how many users are in the system, how often are they logging in, what's the sharing, the download level, etc. And these are all fine kind of measurements, but frankly, they never make it up to the executive room because they don't really care about that because it doesn't map to their KPIs. And so what we're doing is really starting with what does this business unit, for example, really wants to achieve? For example, in sales, I want to close my deals faster. And then take a look at, okay, if that's your KPI, stick with that KPI and see how social can help you working towards that KPI. And I think when we do that and take that approach, this whole question of social, non-social, transactional, where's the value, really will go away because it is focused on the business.
Yeah. Maybe when we think about taking these projects further down the road, talking 1-5 years ago in the future, where do you think your company and your team is headed in, actually making it a reality that people share and engage?
Yeah. So I think one of the things that will start happening is like the way we almost don't talk about mobile specifically anymore. I think that's the same with social. It will become an intrinsic part about how we work, how we live. And that's really the approach that we're taking. People want to accomplish things, and software needs to help people to accomplish these things. It's trivial as that, and trivial to say, difficult to execute, but that's the path we're on,
Yeah. Okay, so if we want to wrap it up and say, okay, there's a lot of things discussed today. Is there one thing that you want to focus on and take back home with you that you would like to discuss and gain even more insights on a topic that maybe isn't at the center right now, but is really crucial for you? Maybe is there?
Well, I've been hearing a lot of interesting presentations this morning. And one of the things is that there are a lot of common themes that all of them have. And what I find most fascinating is really to see how people are taking the journey towards like a kind of a digitized and socialized and transformed business. And how their journey will be going in a couple of years from now. So some of the people I've been speaking today who are at the beginning to hear, where are they in 3 years from now and what has been helping them.
That's really good. I'm sure we can gain a lot more insights on that part, and I congratulate you on the road and on the success you've made so far.
Thank you very much.
I hope you can gain a lot still and take the journey even further. Thanks a lot.
Excellent. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we'll see you back. Hopefully.